This is not going to be a popular opinion, but it is my opinion. Steroids are the enemy of autoimmune disorders. I know that the entire field of rheumatology is based off of this, but I firmly believe it's fake. It's false. I firmly believe that it's false. They operate under the idea that the body, for whatever reason, turns on itself and begins attacking healthy cells, whether it's muscle, bone, tissue, or like whatever it is. And everything we know about the body says that makes absolutely no sense. Your body is in constant preservation of itself. Your body is smarter than you are. It is always working for your greatest good. And I do not believe that there's anything that would ever make the body attack healthy cells if they are actually healthy. I do believe, in my particular case with polymyositis, which is something that affects your muscles. It's something like arthritis in the muscle, to where they become inflamed and they begin breaking down. All we are looking at here is lymphatic fluid. That's why alkalizing your body will get rid of inflammation and will slow down, if not stop, autoimmune disorders, because it's the root of basically every disease. Lymphatic fluid, not improper filtration of your kidneys, all of these kinds of things affect and manifest in different ways in our bodies. So let's say that you are, you have a very poor diet, you're not very active, you don't drink a lot of water, you're stressing all the time, and so your kidneys hold stress. So if your kidneys are not filtering properly for the rate that you're eating the junk that you're eating, they get built up. What happens is they are not filtering properly. So your body is not getting rid of waste in the proper rate that you're eating it. So what happens is it begins to get stored in places, and you have lymph nodes all throughout your body. You have them, under, like, by your breast, like your armpit. You have them here. Your thyroid technically, I'm sorry, not your thyroid, your tonsils technically are a thyroid. Your tonsils are a lymph, are actually lymphs as well. You have them by your groin. You have them, I think, groin, and then down by like your ankles, I think I might be missing an area. But these you have, they're supposed to serve a purpose of filtering toxicity throughout your body and getting it eventually down to your kidneys and out of your system. When these particular areas get backed up, then your body, your body goes, it's in a line. It goes from one lymph is backed up, it goes to another one. That one gets backed up, it goes to another place. Once all of these areas become backed up, as they are in most people, what happens is your body has to find something to do with all of these toxins. It has to store it somewhere, because if it just ran rampant throughout your bloodstream, you would die quickly. So what happens in some cases, your body may calcify it. Actually, a lot of us have deposits throughout our body. Some of them just end up getting bigger to the point that they become tumors. And, that's where you get your cancer. It may be pressing on something that is vital. That can happen, and that's a case where it can be, life-threatening. But the calcifying of toxins is to save your life. Even though cancer is not a good thing, tumors are not a good thing, fibroids aren't a good thing, they are actually saving you, believe it or not. And there's a way that they can be dissolved in a slower rate that would not kill you without chemo and, radiation and all of these things. And then sometimes what happens is, as in my case, it gets stored in your muscles, your muscle cells. It can also get stored into fat. Fat and muscles. Actually, fat is probably like the first place that it will store toxins, but it can also get stored into your muscles, and that's where you get the inflammation. That's all that is. And so your body, is going to attack those cells because they're dead. Some of them are dead, some of them are dying. But trust and believe, if your body is trying to get rid of those cells, it's because they're already dead. It's not because it's confused and it just is attacking everything. That's definitely not the case. And, I'm not a doctor. I don't have any credentials behind my name. If that's important to you, then you're definitely on the wrong channel. I'm speaking as somebody who has been living this for 10 years, who has done a lot of research on it, a lot of experimenting, trial and error with my own body, witnessing other people going through it. And I can tell you firsthand, as somebody with an autoimmune disease, I am 100% healthier off of steroids than I am when I'm taking steroids. As soon as I take them, I get weaker, because your body, your immune system is your first defense. That is your first line of defense. So if you take steroids or you take an immune suppressant, that's going to stop it. It shuts down your immune system so that it stops fighting. First of all, you're not addressing the issue. The inflammation is still there. The lymphatic fluid is still there. So you're still sick. You're still getting sicker. You just can't feel the effects anymore, because you've suppressed the immune system. But it's not going to save your life. It's not going to help you. If anything, it's going to make you get worse faster. We see that all the time in cases of cancer patients. The rate of people dying once they go on chemo is so much higher. That's really what kills you. I know these are major statements, and I definitely don't make them lightly. I have seen it time and time again. I have an uncle who was diagnosed with, I forget what type of cancer he had, but it was a really big tumor that he had, like in his neck area. And they told him, they wanted him to get on chemo and all of this kind of thing, but he refused. And he lived with this cancer for over 12 years, if not longer. I think it may have been longer. He lived a long time with this tumor. All he did was smoke weed. That was it. He really didn't eat healthy or anything like that. All he did was smoke weed, and he lived a long time with this cancer. And in the end, he died from frostbite. He lived in Alaska, and he got really bad frostbite, and he died from that. But he still, the cancer never killed him. This is just my opinion. Once again, I know it's not going to be a popular one, but just from my own experience of what I've witnessed and experienced myself, I believe that the only real cure for autoimmune diseases is to get your body filtering. You have to get your body filtering. You have to get your kidneys functioning as high as you possibly can. You have to clear your lymph nodes. You have to get proper support for your adrenal glands, because your kidneys cannot function properly without support from the adrenal glands. You have to keep your gut clear. You have to keep your colon clear. And if you do those things, disease cannot stay in your body. That is how I was able to heal myself the first time around, was addressing those particular areas, doing lots of colon cleanses, eating high fruit diets. The fruitarian diet is best, I believe, as far as literally getting in and scrubbing out your body, cleaning it out. Vegetables are definitely good. There's value to them. But I feel like when it comes to actually cleaning your system and cleaning out your lymphatic system, fruits are the best thing to do. Specifically berries, cranberry juice, cherry juice, bananas, which are a berry, blueberries are amazing for it. Orange juice is amazing. Things will get your body moving. And, at one point I had gotten so backed up with lymphatic fluid, and I know that this is exactly what it is, because when I was at my worst, I used to have, like these bumps under my arm, right where the lymph node is right here. And I didn't know what they were. I thought they were boils. They probably were boils, but it was really uncomfortable and really painful. And at one point, one of them popped open. And the fluid that came out of it was so disgusting. It was green and it smelled horrible. It wasn't blood or anything like that. It was green fluid. It was lymphatic fluid that was literally pouring out of my underarms, like the glands under my arm. I kind of ignored it for a while, and then it got worse and worse, and it started building up into my head. Once it gets into your head, that's like the last place. You really need to do something like soon, because that's when you start having, you don't want those problems. You do not want to be clogged up in your head. And I had gotten to that point. I was having headaches all the time. I couldn't really sleep very well. It was just pressure. The main thing was that I really just couldn't sleep in my head. I was having migraines all the time. And I just got so fed up, and I went on a 3-day fast of cranberry juice and cherry juice, just like downing it. I would dilute it with a little bit of water, but I was just really just downing it and drinking tons of water with it. And within less than 2 days, my head was clear. So that goes to show you how fast it is. Cranberry juice is an amazing cleanser for your body. It's an amazing cleanser, but you have to drink tons of water with it. I mean, there are herbs as well that you can take to help with filtration and to help detoxify the body, but fruit is the best thing, I think, to really get in there and clean out your system. And that's all you need. Food is your answer. That food is how you get yourself into these situations, and food is what will heal you.